Good Erev Shabbos to you. I hope you're all well.
Happy Friday, everybody.
So Mazel Tov this week.
Mazel Tov to Debbie and Paul Wolfson on Ben's Bar Mitzvah.
Mazel Tov.
Mazel Tov to Sammy Rose on his engagement to Thomasina Cohen.
Oh, Mazel Tov.
And Mazel Tov to Jane and Barry Rose on Sammy's engagement
Mazel
to
Tov.
Thomasina. Mazel Tov to Marilyn Milan on her son Jason's upcoming wedding to Philippa Isaac.
Mazel Tov.
And to anyone else who has a birthday, anniversary or any other simcha in the coming week.
Mazel Tov.
We wish refuah shlema to anyone who's unwell.
Shlema.
And long life to Pamela Sinclair on the sad loss of her father, Monty Quaid. To Lewis Risner and Andrew and Nigel Risner on the sad loss of their wife and mother, Leah Risner. And to Helena Green on the sad loss of her husband, Brian Green. To Brenda Commissar and Linda Commissar on the sad loss of their husband and brother, Gerald Commissar. And to anyone observing a yort site in the coming week.
Any shout-outs this week?
We have a shout-out. It's a bit of a personal one.
Very proud parents.
A shout-out to our second son, Yisrael Meir, on graduating from his training for the IDF and moving on to his unit next month.
And to everybody else whose children have recently graduated from the IDF as well.
Absolutely. Yes. They have a Gioskal, a safe service.
Absolutely. Okay, so Shabbos this week. Shabbos comes in and candlelighting is at 4:02. And Mincha Kabbalat Shabbat and Maariv is at Yavne and Croxdale and in L Street at that time. Also, gingerbread story time again. This week was fantastic. See Lovis kids in shul last week. Come again for gingerbread and story time. Shabbat morning for those early birds. Hashkama is at 8 o'clock. And main service at Croxdale and both at Yavne at 9:30. Mincha will follow Kiddush both at Yavne and Croxdale. And then in the evening, the afternoon actually, at Croxdale will be a shir 15 minutes before Shabbat goes out at 4:50. And then Maariv at both Croxdale and Yavne when Shabbat goes out at 5:06. Okay, loads going on again this week. So this Shabbat, on Friday night.
On Friday night, there is Shema Kolenu, Kabbalat Shabbat for women and girls at the home of Barry and Emma Shaw. That is at 4:22, and that's also got Fleur Hassan Nahum, who is visiting this Shabbos, speaking tomorrow evening.
Yeah, and we're very honoured to have Fleur Hassan Nahum, who is the Deputy Mayor of Jerusalem, visiting our community on Shabbat. She's speaking on Friday night. She'll be speaking on Shabbat morning and Shabbat afternoon. Lots of opportunities to see her. All the details are on social media. And then on Motzei Shabbat on Saturday night, Base is back. Beginning every week, beginning after Shabbat every week for children in primary schools where mums and sons and dads and daughters can learn together, bring their homework.
Or you can change the order.
Yeah, anybody. Or grandparents as well.
Yeah, grandparents.
Yeah, bring their homework or learn something with them from 5:45 at Croxdale Road. There is nosh, there's a raffle, there's prizes. It's great fun. The kids will love it. So come along to that at 5:45 on Motzei Shabbat. And on
Sunday, the 13th of November, 8 o'clock, there is a shir by Rabbi Alex Chapper, Communities in Conversation in memory of Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sachs, and also his second yort site. And also it's kindly hosted by Michelle and Michael Cohen, Smak the Shloshim of his parents. Shalom. Everybody's welcome. Please do book so they know for spacing and catering purposes.
Yes. And then looking slightly further ahead.
In a few weeks' time is the Empty Nesters Lunch on the 26th of November. Yeah, the Empty Nesters Lunch is on the 26th of November. Please book. Places are filling up fast for parents or grandparents with children who have flown the nest. Okay. And then
Lunch and Learn.
Lunch and Learn.
It's back.
It's back. That's on Monday the 28th of November with Joanne Greenaway, CEO of LSJS. Of iPhones, keycards and microphones, the Great Shabbat Electricity Debate. That's at 1:30 at Croxdale Road.
And a free lunch there is.
There's free Chinese lunch.
Excellent, yeah, so please come along to that. Please look for that. Okay, just share a quick idea with you. This week we read the famous incidents of Avraham Avinu being joined by those three strangers. They were actually angels, but he didn't know that. And he runs to meet them. He offers to wash their feet. He has fresh bread made for them by Sarah. He runs to his flock to choose the best food animal for them. He has milk and butter prepared for them. He serves for them, and he stands over waiting for them. The question is, he was 99 years old. He just had his own bris. It makes your eyes water, doesn't it? The question is...
Yours more than mine.
Well, yes, but why didn't he just get takeaway? Why go to all that effort? It would be much easier if he just gave them what they had. Well, you know what? I think the answer is this. It highlights for us, in halacha, we often make a distinction between what we call l'chatchila, what is ideal, and what's b'di'eved, what is secondary. And even though in some situations, usually after the event, we can accept the suboptimal position, in the first instance, we always strive for the best way of doing things. And that's what Abraham teaches us. In terms of relationships, we know that sometimes they call on us to eschew what's expedient and instead to do what's slightly inconvenient, uncomfortable, or even unfamiliar. And Judaism, as we know, is our expression of our relationship with God. And although we know Dorachecha Darchei Noam, its ways are ways of pleasantness, we too must sometimes choose to do the right thing and aim for the ideal, even if at times it may sometimes be the harder option. Something to think about. I wish you good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.